you don't want to waste Lamar's career here. And I know like Greg Roman is probably the perfect offensive coordinator for Lamar when he first got in the league. But I kind of feel like Lamar's already getting to that point where he doesn't need to be in a run first offense necessarily. Like I think he can be the guy like in an Andy Reid system or um even a Tom Brady like system where you're doing the calls up front and you don't only have to read one side of the field. Like I think Lamar's kind of breaking out of his box a little bit, and the offensive play calling and some of the pieces around him is affecting him, dude.
I mean, other than Mark Andrews, there's no one on the team that strikes fear in you. I know Rashad Bateman had a good week against Miami, but he's an unproven commodity. Same thing with Devin Duvernay. He's been more of a special teamer than an actual weapon on the offensive side. So they need to add some receiving weapons. Don't be like the Packers. Don't just say fuck it. Let's just throw out some guys and see what sticks. I mean, we
Mhm.
always talk about one of our like things we made a video on was don't pay a wide receiver. That doesn't mean you can't have good wide receivers. Trade
Yeah.
up for one in the first round. Be like the Saints. Get a guy like Chris Olave, a guy like Drake London. You're telling me one Drake London wouldn't have been awesome on this team?
Yeah, exactly. He would have been great. And people got to remember not only is Lamar Jackson playing for a contract, the Ravens are kind of playing for him. Like they're kind of showcasing themselves. And I know there's a franchise tag, they can easily franchise tag him, but it's been shown when a player wants out, he gets out. And you have to wonder if you're Lamar Jackson, is the organization capable of surrounding you with the best possible situation? And if I would have to answer that question up to these 4 weeks, it's no, it's not. It's way too Lamar centric. It really is. And I don't see Baltimore getting anywhere far this year because of that.
I think you have a valid point. One, it's you just talked about how the Lamar running stuff doesn't have to be there. I think if you want this offense to grow, you can have that stuff in there, but it can't be
Yeah.
half of the offense. It has to be 20% because one, it keeps Lamar out of harm's way. Yeah, you always want him to run the ball a little bit per game when he's too special at it not to run.
Yeah.
But you have to grow as a pass unit, and that's Greg Roman's crutch. And we've seen that in San Francisco with Colin Kaepernick to now. The passing offense isn't that dynamic. Plus, the weapons aren't that dynamic. And when you have that, and let's factor in the O line being a mess, it's just not a good recipe for success.